Hello everyone. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with me and give me the opportunity to talk about the KRONE KW Series Tedder. My name's Trell Evans, and I'm going to verify your assumption. Yes, I am from the South. I'm a territory manager for KRONE, and I cover the state of Tennessee and also the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I've been working for KRONE for about 15 years, and in that time, I've seen the Tedder transition from a crop salvage tool, for example, for rained-on hay, to a crop improvement tool where it's used constantly. In 2003, KRONE pioneered this transition when we introduced the KW Series Tedders. For the first time, our operators have access to a heavy-built, heavy-duty tedder and in width wide enough to make it an efficient process. So what I'd like to do in these next few minutes is go over some of the features on the KRONE tedder that makes it one of the best in the industry. Let's start off talking about the business end of the tedder. We're going to talk about the tines, the tine arms, and the rotors. If you'll notice here, we have two different color tines, and there's a reason for that. We actually have a left and a right rotation on the tine. And if you look here on the bottom, we use an unequal length tine so that the tines actually contact the crop at the same position. A lot of our competitors have equal length tines, and what that does when you bring the tine down into the work position, one tine is actually higher. So if you're in short crop, the tines may not contact the crop at the correct position. If you notice on the top, we use a 5-tine coil, and what this does is gives you an amazing amount of flexibility. We also center the tine up on the tine arm so that it doesn't clamp down and cause binding when you hit something. A lot of our competitors will actually clamp the tine to the tine arm, so when you hit something, there's no flexibility regardless of how many coils they have. We also have a plastic tine saver on the end in the rare event you do break a tine. It'll keep it from coming off the tine arm there. We use a tubular tine arm. It gives you equal strength in all directions. A lot of our competitors use a flat tine arm. It's very strong in this direction, but up and down you have a lot of flexibility. It's easy to bend and everything, and we use a very strong tubular tine arm. If you'll notice also, we have a curve in there. The purpose of that curve is if for some reason you're in a different type crop and you need to slow the RPMs down a little bit, that keeps the crop out toward the end of the tine. It keeps the crop from going up the tine arm, and you run the risk of wrapping there. If you notice on our tines, we use two different colors. We have a beige and a green. The reason we do that is to differentiate between right and left, because we do have an unequal length tine. There is a left and a right to them. We also have an adjustment feature on our tines. We have 3 positions that you can position the tine in. You can put it in the middle position, which it comes standard from the factory. You can also turn the adjustment cam and you can tilt it forward in the advanced position, or you can tilt it back so it's less aggressive. So that gives you a lot more adjustability for different crop conditions. On all KRONE tedders, we feature the Octo Link. What this is a finger clutch for all the folding joints. It eliminates the need for a universal joint. It's totally maintenance free. We use 8 fingers. A lot of our competitors have a very similar design, but they use only 6 fingers. We use 8 fingers, which gives you a lot smoother operation. Our joint is also designed so that we have 180 degrees fold, and that gives us a lot of flexibility on some of the larger designs where we've got to have a compact folding system. And we can get that with the Octo Link versus a double universal joint system. We power the rotors. We have a single PTO shaft that comes, of course, from your tractor to the center gearbox. It's a very heavy-duty gearbox. It runs in GL5 lubricant. We have 2 horizontal shafts that go either side to drive the inner rotor gearbox. And these gearboxes are very unique. They're a sealed gearbox, and they're very strong, maintenance-free. Being sealed, there's no chance of any debris getting up in them. And another point is it doesn't take any lubrication. So you don't have to grease them every day like you do on a lot of the competitors' units. We have one of the strongest built rotors in the industry. As you can see, our tubular tine arm goes directly into the rotor pan. It's bolted in. There's also a reinforcement ring. What this reinforcement ring does is it's like the bottom cord on a truss. It just ties the whole assembly together. Our tine arms bolt directly into the ring gear. So once you bolt everything together, it's just really a tight, strong rotor assembly. This is the bottom of our rotor gearbox. And one of the features about this is it's a non-load-bearing gearbox. If you look at here, it goes up through the center of the gearbox. The load is transferred to the frame. So unlike a lot of the competitors, the gearbox does not carry any load. All it does is turn the rotor. So that's a very good feature of our KW series tethers. All of the KRONE KW series tethers have a lot of adjustability in them. This is our height adjustment here. You have 4 positions. What you can do is you can raise and lower the overall height of the tether, and then when you tilt it into the working position, you can either increase or decrease the angle. If you're in cool season grass, for example, and you want to TED really aggressively, you can put it in this bottom hole, and when we tilt it over, it's got a lot higher tilt angle, so it throws the crop higher. If you're in a very tender crop, you can lower it to the upper position, and what this does, it decreases the angle so it doesn't throw the crop as aggressively as it does in the lower position there. We have 4 positions here, so you can find a height adjustment that best suits your crop conditions. All KRONE trailing tethers feature hydraulic tilt. This allows you to go from work position to transport position without leaving the tractor cab. This adjustment here is your working height adjustment. Once you get this set, you never have to change it unless crop conditions change and you have to adjust it for the various crop conditions. But you can go from transport to field with using your hydraulics on your tractor. All KRONE tethers feature a single point boundary control. What this does is allows you to turn the tether at an angle so that when you're opening up a field or if you're tedding crop out from under a tree line, you can shift it either left or right and it will throw the crop to the inside of the field. So it's a very good feature that gives you a lot cleaner outside windrow when you rake and bale.